He can be considered the big man with the least convincing performance among the teams participating in the round of 16 of Euro 2024. They need to defeat Slovakia if they want to prove that argument wrong. With a much superior quality of personnel, it is not difficult to understand that England are the ones who are rated higher in this match. But a stronger team does not mean they will play better. It was Slovakia who did that right after the referee blew the whistle to start the match. Coach Francesco Calzone's team actively pressed England players right from the middle of the field to compete for the ball, as well as open up spaces to organize ball plays. In just a few short minutes at the beginning of the match, the Slovakian players sent powerful signals to goalkeeper Jordan Pickford's goal. They almost had the opening goal, if there was a shadow in a blue shirt responding to David Hanko's pass in the 5th minute. He is also not inferior to Bukayo Saka's mobility. The Three Lions' attacks are mainly from the left wing. On the left wing, the Arsenal player took advantage of his speed and personal technique to threaten Slovakia's defense. But they are not a novice when it comes to standing firm in the face of the pressure created by England. Even when they are most negligent, the foggy team cannot create goals. A typical example is Kieran Trippier's terrible finish in the 9th minute, despite being in an extremely empty position. Slovakia still maintains the same playing style as in their 1-0 victory over Belgium. Defend tightly before launching long passes that take advantage of the speed of the two-wing corridors to create destructive power. In a play like that, they almost had a goal for themselves. If midfielder Mark Guihi did not lean over to block Lucas Harrisland's shot. It must be said that Slovakia's extremely confident entry surprised England. They took the initiative one-on-one to win back the ball, causing the Three Lions' mistakes to continuously occur in the first 10 minutes of the match. Each mistake cost you yellow cards. The clock ticked past 13 minutes, but the referee gave a total of 4 yellow cards, of which 3 were for England. Having to receive warnings too early like this makes the players cautious. Furthermore, the names that receive yellow cards are those who often get into disputes and collisions with opponents on the field. The first goal that England had to concede brought together everything that had happened from the beginning of the match until now. After a long pass from the home field, Slovakia took advantage of the physical factor with an aerial battle win to gain control of the ball. After that, they organized a small coordination exercise that looked quite simple but was extremely effective. David Strelic's slot pass was very close to Ivan Schranz's downward momentum. The 30-year-old striker did not miss this opportunity, scoring the opening goal 1-0 for the Slovakian team. This goal shows the excellence of Slovakia, while also showing the badness of England. Mark Guihi is Ivan Schranz's chaperone. The Crystal Palace midfielder could not create enough impact, causing the opponent to miss the opportunity to finish. For the following 2 reasons: first, the situation took place within 16m52. Mark Guihi received a yellow card earlier. In this phase, it can be said that Guihi was at the mercy of goalkeeper Pickford's saving reflexes. If you do more, it will be extremely risky. A moderate impact is fine, but if the opponent falls, he will receive a penalty plus a second yellow card. You can just concede a goal and play with less players for the remaining time. So the 23-year-old midfielder must have 95% accepted the home team's defeat. Even though they conceded a goal, there was still plenty of time left in the match for England to find at least an equalizing goal. The second half of the first half saw England press Slovakia to the point of suffocation, but they were still unable to find a goal because their opponent's defense was too organized. The first half ended with a score of 1-0 in favor of the Central European team. The 15-minute halftime break is an extremely necessary time for Southgate to regroup his players before entering the second half. Entering the second half, and perhaps that 15-minute period had an effect, when England immediately found a goal to equalize the score in the first minutes of the second half. The ball came from the middle. Harry Kane showed great tactical vision when passing the ball to Trippier, who was extremely comfortable on the left wing. The Newcastle defender had many options in this phase, and he decided to cross inside for Phil Foden to send the ball close to the goal to level the match. However, VAR got involved soon after and determined that Foden had moved under the ball before Trippier gave it to the Man City player. Therefore, England's goal was not recognized because of offside. Although they have not yet scored a goal, this start for the Three Lions can be considered quite favorable for them to aim for a better second half. Contrary to predictions, England still did not show much better results. They are still too stuck on ideas when it comes to organizing attacks. It was that deadlock that made Southgate decide to make a bold change, taking Trippier off the field and replacing him with Cole Palmer. This means Palmer will return to Bukayo Saka's position. The Arsenal player was moved to the left-back position. This is not the first time Southgate has implemented such strange tactics. Last time, he was fiercely criticized by fans when he pushed Saka into an oh-so-good role. Since that change, we see Slovakia often play the ball on Saka's wing, aiming to exploit the 22-year-old's weak defensive weaknesses. Fortunately, they had already scored a goal as capital, so the pressure on Saka was not too much. On the contrary, England constantly sent crosses into the 16m50 box to players with good aerial ability such as Declan Rice, Harry Kane, or John Stones to create surprises. The crosses further showed the deadlock of the Euro 2021 runner-up because Slovakia organized its defense too methodically. Their physical advantage helps them easily neutralize their opponent's overhead attacks. The match time gradually passed until minute 95, when everyone thought that England would be eliminated. Jude Bellingham became the hero with an upside-down bicycle kick, scoring the goal to equalize the score 1-1 for the Three Lions. Bellingham may not have played well in the entire match, but just one shining moment will help his name remain deeply in the hearts of fans. The England team has truly come back from the dead. The goal in the last minute of injury time of the match was a mental dose of doping that helped England come back and win a ticket to the quarterfinals. And indeed they did it. Just 2 minutes after the referee blew the whistle to start the first extra time, Harry Kane scored a goal to increase the score to 2-1 for the Three Lions. The major contribution in this goal belongs to the duo who came on the field as substitutes, Eberechi Eze and Ivan Toney. Especially in Toney's position, he was brought onto the field by Southgate in the 94th minute. At that time, everyone criticized Southgate fiercely for substituting as if he wanted to buy time to help his opponent. But Bellingham's super goal brought back hope for England. Entering extra time, it was time for Toney to shine brightly with an assist for Kane to score the second goal for the Three Lions. On social networks, there are constantly articles talking about Coach Southgate's excellent substitution achievements, of course in a more satirical way of the 53-year-old strategist. Besides, many people wonder why England is playing so badly, and up until now they are still gradually moving towards the Euro Championship. Could it be the black magic that Southgate created to help the Three Lions race to the finish line? During the remaining time of the second extra period, Southgate decided to take both Kane and Bellingham off the field to maintain the 2-1 score until the end of the match. This decision can be considered extremely risky, because if Slovakia finds a goal to equalize 2-2 and drag England into a penalty shootout, then they will surely lose, with the experts taking the penalty kick evenly. Came out, but fortunately Slovakia's weak attack could not cause Jordan Pickford's goal to wobble in the final minutes. During the entire match, England launched exactly 2 accurate shots, and both became goals and sent them to the quarterfinals. The next opponent of Coach Gareth Southgate's team is the Swiss team, who turned Italy into a former champion. If England continues to play with a disappointed face like against Slovakia, fans should not be surprised if England falls against Switzerland. Even with the reigning Euro champion like Italy, Murat Yakin's team and his remaining students are nothing compared to the Euro runner-up. The foggy island nation's journey to claiming European kingship will still have countless hardships ahead.